I'm Kaiwei. I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and they keep me extremely busy. And I would have to say that the Just for Dads class that I took from Jan was absolutely invaluable. One of the things that we apply daily is a thing at night that Jan talks about, which is talking about the wonderfuls, which is saying the little wonderful things to your children before they go to bed, because that's what they will remember as they're sleeping or dreaming. And we make it a point to do that. Another thing that I thought was amazing was to capture our children when they do something really nice on their own and let them know that they've been recognized. And so I've been doing that with our 3-year-old, and the other day he was with our 1-year-old, and 1-year-old's crying, and he dropped his binky, and my 3-year-old picked up the binky. I wasn't watching, gave it to him, hugged him, and gave him a little kiss. And I was like, wow. So I didn't say anything until a little bit later. I said, hey, I noticed you doing that, and I really, Mom and Dad are so proud and love the fact that you love your little brother that much to do that. And he was just beaming, just absolutely beaming, and I could just tell that made such an impact.
I probably didn't quite believe it, like especially early on when the babies just sort of sleep and eat. But as I started reading to my son, I started realizing that it does calm him and he does listen. So we made it a habit. We did what she said, and we made it a habit. Every night I read to him before he goes to bed.
It taught me to be more patient, more understanding, more, it's made me, I can say like a better all around, not only a father, but a person, because I'm in charge of this young one, this little person that he's looking up to me for so much things. And so going to her program has helped me to be just more patient, more understanding, just a better all around father.
I realized that the books that had the most texture or different variety of textures, those were easy sells for my daughter.
With her book list, it gave you a better understanding as to what sort of writers the person were, how many books they've had under their belt, and how the books more relate towards your child or their stage of development. One of my favorite books to read to him is it's called Click Clack Moo, and it just the books themselves, just the understanding and the tactile feel of him just touching books and grabbing them, turning the pages, stuff like that. It's just amazing. And so all the books that we've gone through and all the books that we have listed, and just to see him grab a book, touch it, feel it, or when you're reading a book to him and have him turn the pages and just be able to anticipate what's coming, because he's had the book so many times, he's read it to him so many times, so he's even involved in the reading process, and just to watch him light up, it's been great.
Something as silly as playing, knowing that it's so important for daddies to roughhouse with the kids, right? So those are the times that the moms and my wife would say, okay, it's time to roughhouse, so I'm gonna step back, and then my son goes to town. Both of them would just jump on me and just go to town, and we had that little romper room. So we do that. It's invaluable, all the things that we have learned.
Welcome to Playful Early Learners. It's your turn, dads. Are you curious about your role as father from the very beginning? In Just for Dads, you'll learn the 3 most important topics in your role as dad. First, fathering the emotions of your child. Nurturing seems to be mom's job. How do fathers get involved, attach, bond, and nurture their babies from birth? Discover the emotional life of your little one and practical guidelines to help your child thrive. Second, fathering your child's early learning. Are you curious about what a little one learns in the early years and how you make a difference? See how talking, playing, and reading aloud to your little one from birth are critical for her intelligence. Learn the how-tos of reading aloud and get book lists with treasured storybooks to add to your little learner's bookshelf. Third, Fathering the behavior of your child. What is positive parenting? How does this fit with the understanding of Dad's role as a disciplinarian? Is this different from the way you were parented? In Just for Dads, you'll learn about your child's behavior in light of her emotional life. Not to mention, we'll get practical help and easy ideas on how to parent well in the early years. And we'll certainly talk about screen time, televisions, computers, handheld devices, rough and tumble dad play, music lessons, and sports. Dads, what you do right now affects your child for the rest of her life. Bring your questions. I'm eager to help. Your most important work is that of father.